Breonna Taylor while police were executing a no-knock warrant. Officers killed the 26-year-old woman after her boyfriend fired a gunshot. Jeff Pegues is at the Justice Department in Washington. He's got more on this story. Jeff, these details are very troubling.
Yeah, this is a scathing report, Gail, and it outlines unlawful conduct by the Louisville Police Department and really a culture of racist behavior. This is a report that was started after the death of Breonna Taylor, but one city leader told the Department of Justice that it's really just a symptom of problems in the city.
This conduct is unacceptable. It is heartbreaking.
Attorney General Merrick Garland called the Justice Department's findings an affront to the people of Louisville. The DOJ report concluded that Louisville officers routinely use force disproportionate to the threat or resistance posed, unnecessarily using neck restraints, police canines, and tasers, often without facing consequences.
Some have videotaped themselves throwing drinks at pedestrians from their cars, insulted people with disabilities, and called black people monkeys, animal, and boy.
The report found officers discriminate against black people, searching them more than twice as often as white drivers at traffic stops. It also said a significant number of search warrant applications failed to establish probable cause, with more than 60% of no-knock warrants and forced entries into buildings carried out against black people. In the case of Breonna Taylor's 2020 death, police were executing a no-knock warrant that one officer has since admitted contained falsified information. Months later, the city passed legislation it called Breonna's Law, banning no-knock warrants.
I don't even know what to think.
Tamika Palmer is Taylor's mother.
It's heartbreaking to know that everything you've been saying from day one has to be said again.
According to the report, police misconduct also spread to the demonstrations that followed Taylor's death, claiming Louisville officers used force against peaceful protesters without adequate justifications, attacked protesters who had already surrendered, and made mass arrests without probable cause. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg.
To those people who've been harmed, on behalf of our city government, I'm sorry. You deserved better. We can and will do better.
The DOJ investigation in Louisville is just one of 9 open investigations by the Department of Justice and by the Biden administration. Now, just to highlight a few, there is the investigation in Minneapolis post the death of George Floyd, but also now an investigation in Memphis, Tennessee, where Tyree Nichols died in police custody 2 months ago. Gail.
All right, Jeff Pegues, thank you. As we said, this is very troubling. I'd like to know what can and will do better now means.
Yeah.
And to hear that it's a culture of racist behavior in 2023 is not only troubling and sad, but it also makes you very angry. When you're in Louisville, people, when we were there, were telling us these stories.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Now to see that it's officially now known and out in the open.
It's very depressing. And the mayor also said that it's a betrayal of the professionalism of the cops they have that are doing their jobs and doing them well. And, you know, they're going to make changes. They got to recruit new people in, and they need good people. I hope they can find them.
Essentially, the report is saying to serve and protect, but not if you're black. That's what the report says.